The humble hero. He maintained his magnificent stand despite his painful wounds, continuing to repel the attack until his position was overrun. When last seen, he was fighting ferociously against an overwhelming number of enemy soldiers. According to his Medal of Honor citation, "I just thought I was doing my duty," Miyamura later recalled. "I wasn't trying to be a hero." When the Korean War began 70 years ago, U.S. Army CPL Hershey Hiroshi Miyamura could never have expected that he, the son of humble Japanese immigrants, would go on to receive America's highest decoration for military valor. "I just thought I was doing my duty," Miyamura later recalled. "I wasn't trying to be a hero." Miyamura was born in the American Southwest. He joined the Boy Scouts and was given the nickname Hershey since his teacher could not pronounce his name. The young Miyamura joined the ROTC during his senior year of high school, but was initially classified as a Class 4C, alien and prevented from serving. Miyamura wasn't discouraged and continued to fight to join the military and defend the country he loved during WE. Eventually, he was allowed to join the 42nd Infantry Regiment, mostly made up of Nisei, second-generation Japanese Americans. World War II ended before Miyamura could be deployed. After the war, he enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserve. Miyamura deployed to Korea in November 1950 as a corporal in Company H, 7th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. Miyamura was serving as a machine gun squad leader when his group was suddenly attacked near Daejeon on April 24, 1951. U.S. forces defending the hill where Miyamura was located were overrun by a literal human wave of attacking Chinese troops. After I heard the bugles and saw a flare or two going off, that's when the firing commenced, said Miyamura. I was positioned between two other machine gunners. I had 2 cases of grenades, an M1 rifle, a carbine, and a pistol. I don't recall how long the guns were firing, but pretty soon the first gunner came by and said it was getting too hot. I fired as long as I could until the machine gun jammed on me. Then both gunners were gone. I was there by myself. Miyamura heroically ordered his men to withdraw to save their lives. He resolved to stay behind and was willing to sacrifice himself to repel the enemy. While they were leaving, "I just fired and threw grenades all that I could," he recalled. Leaving cover, he killed 10 Chinese soldiers with his bayonet in hand-to-hand combat. He also manned a vacant machine gun position and fired at the enemy, while evacuating fellow soldiers and trying to give aid to the wounded. Miyamura single-handedly killed more than 50 enemy soldiers. He maintained his magnificent stand despite his painful wounds, continuing to repel the attack until his position was overrun. When last seen, he was fighting ferociously against an overwhelming number of enemy soldiers. According to his Medal of Honor citation, Miyamura sustained shrapnel injuries to his leg when he came face-to-face with a Chinese soldier who tossed a grenade as Miyamura bayoneted him. After crawling through barbed wire to escape the area, Miyamura fell unconscious. When he regained his senses, he was taken prisoner by the Chinese. I heard the noise die down, and then thought I was safe, but before I even moved, I heard a voice in English saying, "Get up. You're my prisoner. Don't worry, we have a lenient policy. We won't harm you." What happened after the battle was a test, not only of physical strength, but of willpower. Life became hell for Miyamura and other Allied prisoners, as they were forced on a long march. They were given no medical assistance and only scant food. On my 3rd week into the march, I suffered from what I guess you would call hallucinations. I saw a mirage of pancakes that wasn't there, almost the time when I was ready to give up, Miyamura remembered. Their only rations consisted of rice and barley powder infested with weevils. Some soldiers refused to eat and died. Many men simply expired after giving up hope. Miyamura could barely keep moving and did not think he could last, yet he clung to his will to live. "I didn't want to think about what was happening," he said. "I wanted to concentrate on raising a family once I got home. I think that's what kept me going." He spent 2 years in a POW camp in Changshan. "Things got to the point later that we thought we would never be released," he remembered. Miyamura's weight had dropped to barely 100 pounds by the time the US and North Korea signed an armistice. On July 15, 1953, he arrived in Freedom Village in the demilitarized zone in August. He could not focus on anything but the sight of the American flag he saw flying there. "To this day, I don't remember crossing the bridge," he said. "All I can remember is seeing a big US flag flying in the breeze, and I just concentrated on that flag. That was such a wonderful sight. To see that star-spangled banner fluttering in the breeze." Miyamura received the Medal of Honor for his valor. Although his citation was signed by President Harry Truman in 1951, the government kept it secret until his release, so as not to endanger his life in captivity. It was the first Medal of Honor to be kept secret. Miyamura became the second Japanese American to receive the award when President Dwight Eisenhower decorated him on October 27, 1953, however. For Miyamura, the proudest moment in his life was when his elderly father, Yaichi, got to shake the president's hand. CPL's Miyamura's indomitable heroism and consummate devotion to duty reflect the utmost glory on himself and uphold the illustrious traditions on the military service. His Medal of Honor citation reads, "The Giant Killer Book and Page honors these unique war heroes, making sure their stories of valor and sacrifice are never forgotten. God bless our vets." Story by Zita Bollinger Fletcher. Subscribe for more good old days.